Yo, what is up guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall channel, your source for on point and no hype reviews. Welcome back yet again everybody. We're back with another video. It's another day off. So it's another opportunity for me to make another video on a fragrance that I really want to talk about, and I'm sure that a lot of y'all would like me to chime on because I think in the fragrance circles, this is a pretty popular perfume. Today we are reviewing a fragrance from the house of Penhaligons, the British house of Penhaligons. And if you've seen my previous Halfeti Cedar video, I told y'all that I was in New York not too long ago, like a couple months ago, and I was able to go to the Saks Fifth Avenue, and the most inviting boutique there, in my opinion, was the Penhaligons boutique. And as I tried all their fragrances, I made the decision to really review some of them, at least the ones that I really thought were a standout from the entire bunch. And in my opinion, this is one of them. This is none other than Penhaligons, the Blazing Mr. Sam. All right, the Blazing Mr. Sam, guys. And this fragrance right here, the moment I smelled it, I said, man, I'm gonna get a sample of this. I'm gonna test this more, and I'm going to review this. Now, let's talk about the Blazing Mr. Sam right here. What's the inspiration for this? Why is it called Mr. Sam? Okay, so this fragrance is inspired by an American traveling abroad or working abroad, like a businessman or maybe like an expat working abroad. And this would be his perfume right here. And it's called Blazing Mr. Sam because it's Uncle Sam the American, and he's blazing the trail. He's having fun wherever he's going. So that really intrigued me, guys, because, you know, I'm Filipino, and, you know, in Asia, for example, we do have a lot of expats. There's a lot of Americans, Europeans that work there in the Philippines and in Singapore and in other places. And of course, with that, you've got work, you've got a nice paying job, and then you've also got the party life. You know, when you're actually out there, if you're an American working in Asia, for example, there's a lot of partying, there's a lot of ladies, all right? There's a lot of things going on past just the job, okay? So this one was really intriguing to me because I wanted to know if this fragrance matched that kind of lifestyle that I've personally seen for many, many years. Now, before I continue, let's go spray this fragrance right now. Oh yeah. So Penhaligons, the Blazing Mr. Sam. Let's talk about the very impactful intro right here. And the intro, the first part of the Blazing Mr. Sam, is comprised of cinnamon and cardamom. Now, those are not really blockbuster shocking notes, but I think that because it's cinnamon and cardamom, you can almost just go to the conclusion that this is a spicy, attractive type of fragrance, okay? So because you've got cardamom, which is a spice, you've got cinnamon, which is a spice with some sweetness, you know it's gonna open up like that. It's gonna open up with some bravado. And I saw in one of the FragCom feedback, like somebody actually said, you know, this fragrance is confident, arrogant, and brazen. I would say that that big blast of cinnamon and cardamom definitely does that, okay? It's got this aura of maybe arrogance, maybe confidence, because it's a big blast of all these spices. And it's really quite good. It's quite mainstream, okay? So it's not really niche-like. It's kind of mainstream. And I think that it's very likable. Bottom line, it's very, very likable. Once I sprayed this, it really reminded me of a fragrance that I smelled in New York as well. A fragrance which is Dior Sauvage Elixir. And this fragrance is a fragrance I recommended to my friend Maya, my travel mate, when I was in New York. And he wore it during the entire time, oversprayed it. And so I got a lot of whiffs of Dior Sauvage Elixir. And if you look at the notes of Dior Sauvage Elixir, it does have cardamom and cinnamon as well. So it gave me feels of that when I sprayed the Blazing Mr. Sam. So I guess if you like Dior Sauvage Elixir and you like that warm, spicy part, or just look at the notes, if you like warm and spicy notes to begin with, then this is your man right here, Blazing Mr. Sam. What I like about this fragrance, Blazing Mr. Sam, is that this fragrance doubles down even more if you like that first part of cinnamon and cardamom. And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is some fragrances, when it comes to the mid, it evolves to something else. Maybe it's likable, maybe it's not likable. But here with Blazing Mr. Sam, they double down on the spice by adding another well-known, well-likable spice, and that is none other than your saffron spice. So saffron is here in the mid. It is the most prominent note here in the mid. It comes out right after all that nice goodness from the beginning, and again, it's very likable as well. It's mainstream likable as a sweet spicy note, the saffron right here. The surprising part, the surprising note that I thought was really, really cool was the addition of cumin. Okay, so cumin is the note that I thought was the really, really great ingredient into the mid. And why do I say this? Because right here in the mid, you've got black pepper, you've got saffron. Again, very, very likable, very manly, very sexy, arrogant, brazen, whatever you might say. But the cumin adds a primal, sexual, like, touch into this mid that I think is really key. I think that it's really matching this blazing Mr. Sam type of image that this portrays. If they put lavender, for example, it would have like curved this fragrance a different route. You know what I mean? If they went into lavender or something green or something fresh, it would have gone that way. But because it's cumin, you've got that sweaty spice of cumin, it goes like sexual. So you've got spicy, manly, and sexual because of the cumin, guys. And again, it's a great note included here. And I mean, if you are an expat, you know, if you're a single guy, you're an expat and you go abroad, I mean, you know, you're probably gonna get laid. Okay, and it's because you've got the aura of success, but also it's because of that curiosity. I'm pretty sure that, you know, when you go abroad, a lot of people, a lot of locals are always interested and curious, you know, for anybody that actually doesn't live there. And so this fragrance, I think, transitions into, you know, from the warm and spicy, that inviting, that saffron side, attractive side, transitions into something sexual, primal, really, really manly. And so I really like the interjection of this note right here, cumin. Right off the bat, I can really say that this fragrance is for somebody that wants to feel sexy, for the night, for the day, somebody that wants to exude that sexiness. I think that this is definitely it. And this fragrance, in my opinion, can play between the workplace and after work, you know, the playtime part of the Blazing Mr. Sam's lifestyle. If you choose to wear it at work, just know that you will exude that sexy vibe, okay? So it's not a safe work vibe, but then again, it's also manly. So if you are wearing your suit, you're wearing your business casual, that makes sense. That really does make sense to wear something like this and also exude that spiciness, you know, to exude that sweet spice and everything nice. But also, this fragrance, you know, makes you leap into the world of playtime, because this is very, very wearable, I think, at, you know, any nightlife scenario. I think that if you're gonna go out and meet some single ladies, you're a single guy, I think that this will be perfect. And even if you work at nightlife, if that's your job, you work at a club or a bar or a lounge, and you are a host, for example, or a promoter, I really think that this is perfect as well. And I mean, this will 100% really attract the attention of all the ladies around you. Now let's go into the base notes, guys. On the base notes, the most prominent note is going to be a very likable tobacco note, guys. Okay, so you've got tobacco, which is mixed with some vanilla, some cedar, and patchouli, guys. Okay, again, very, very likable. But I will say this regarding the dry down, that the dry down is pretty manly. Okay, it's very masculine. I wouldn't say it's dark. I would say that it's kind of semi-dark. But the reason why I'm saying this is because the vanilla right here will not overcome. The vanilla is a background actor. You can smell swirls of vanilla as you're wearing this fragrance, but really it's gonna be the tobacco, the cedar, and the patchouli. I like the tobacco. I think that they tripled on this one, so they doubled down on the saffron, and then they dropped another bomb right here with the tobacco. So from start to finish is very, very congruent. It's very, very likable. But again, all in all, is going to smell like a sexy, spicy, manly dude that is having fun overseas because he's got a high paying job and he's got some friends and it's party time. You know what I'm saying? I think that when it comes to the message to market match, okay, this one right here, Penhaligon'S Blazing Mr. Sam, is 100% message to market match. Whatever they conceptualized, that's really what it is. And probably whoever made this perfume is like somebody that's already done this. You know, they've partied around the world, worked around the world as an expat, banged a lot of women, wearing something, and they would probably think about, you know, what I would smell doing something like this, you know, having this kind of lifestyle. And I'll tell you, this is pretty much it. Performance wise, I really like the sillage of this perfume right here. It's like the right amount. And you know, I just talked about Dior Sauvage Elixir, and I think that Dior Sauvage Elixir is pretty damn strong. In this case, guys, this one is more of an inviting one because it doesn't have any uplifting notes. It starts off real spicy and then they double down on the spice. But because these are spicy notes, saffron, cinnamon, is gonna hit the people around you. Just imagine if there was just no scent, if it was just air, and then a spice hits you, it's gonna hit your nose, you're gonna turn around and you're gonna see it's that attractive guy. So I think that the sillage here is just perfect. And of course, draw in. It's a super draw in scent from start to finish, from the first part to the saffron, which is gonna draw them in, to the cumin, to the tobacco. I mean, it's going to attract people, like bottom line, okay? So I really like the performance of this. This fragrance also lasts significant scent, 10 hours, which is more than enough that you need. Actually, you kind of just need 5 or 4 because something will happen as you are wearing this perfume, okay? If you're the right guy for this, something will happen within 4 hours. You don't need it to last 10 hours, but it will, okay? So FYI, this one will last significant scent, 10 hours, and then it becomes a skin scent after that. To me, this fragrance is a grabber, and if you're a single guy and you can afford this type of stuff, the niche stuff, then I recommend this as part of your rotation, okay? Definitely add this to your rotation, especially if you have that gentlemanly type of outfit. If you actually dress up like a gent, you've got the button up, you've got maybe the suit, and then you change into like maybe a playful polo afterwards. I think that this fragrance is a grabber. This fragrance should be part of your rotation. You will probably finish a full bottle within a year and a half of wearing this fragrance. All right, so that is it. That is my review of Penhaligon's The Blazing Mr. Sam. I definitely enjoyed reviewing this as well as wearing this. As you can see, I really killed this sample right here. It's almost done. And again, I recommend it as a full bottle if you actually like it. Now, please, if you have other Penhaligon's fragrances that you would like me to review, please comment it below. Okay, if there's a fragrance that probably I forgot to test when I was out there, let me know. I think I like Cairo and Halfeti. I think I'm going to review that next, but I really felt like this is a good one to review. If there's anything else, please let me know on the comments below, and let me know what you think about this fragrance. If you have any comments, opinions, trying this fragrance, if you bagged some ladies wearing this fragrance, because to me, this is a panty dropper. Like, I rarely use that term, but I think that this one is a panty dropper right here. So let me know if the panties were dropped by this fragrance, by you. Let me know in the comments below. And again, please do not forget to like and subscribe, guys, okay? Your subscription, your likes, your views, your shares really helps the channel right here, guys, okay? It does help me procure these samples, wear them, put them on the internet. Please continue to support the channel. And until then, this is Troy D. I will see you guys soon on the next video. God bless. Take care. Peace.